Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to take a look into the new assembly store tank. Yes, that's what you love, your favorite content, the limited amount of the styles, extremely heavy prices, and, nothing unusual. We should be used for this already because what we have seen very, very simple pattern. Twice in a year, we have assembly store coming. And this is the first one this year. The price probably is going to be the same like last year. Last year, the pricing of assembly store was 125 million credits, which is absolutely insanity, and I think this is the worst currency to pay. 50,000 bonds, 55,000 gold, 1 million free experience. Those are your choices, and obviously blueprints and whatever else, right? So please keep this in mind. Now, I haven't played a single battle with this vehicle, but we are going to do some testing now, and we are going to do some testing on the stream, right? Quick highlight for every and each of you that we are streaming on the Twitch and we are streaming on Skillful 2 Extra YouTube, so if Twitch isn't your thing, you can tune in into the YouTube, although keep this in mind that on the YouTube you cannot chat, or at least I do not see your chatting messages, nor you can chat, right? It is important thing to say, the main reason why so we would need to double the mod team, and I can barely focus on the Twitch chat because usually we have thousands of people, right? That being said, let's take a look into the stats. And in fact, before looking into the stats, I want to thank every and each of you who made the decision to join the Patreon. Pretty much by joining the Patreon, you can support this disgusting mother trucker, and we are putting the money back into the index page with our new stuff like skill mod pack, which is going to be expensive and whatnot, right? And in the same time, you can get rid of the ads. Also, on the other hand, if you are using ad blocker in the index, you can remove ad blocker from the index and you can support us this way. That being said, let's take a look in DBV. What do we have? 800 alpha damage, which is the third highest alpha damage from the tank destroyers. First we have obviously Almighty Deathstar and Trashburn. After that we have Jack Pizda, and after that we will have DBV, right? The DPM looks poor compared to the Grillian 114 SP. By the way, it has no armor. We are going to take a look at it. Actually, let's take a look at it instantly, right? Where the armor goes of this tank, it's literally paper, right? Absolutely paper vehicle. It has absolutely nothing to offer armor-wise. Even you can drop down to the tier 5. Actually, you can drop down to the tier 5 and even Archer can slap the living crap out of you. So what we are talking about, it's absolutely irrelevant armor-wise, right? So same like Grillian, same like 114 SP. Now, one thing which is very important, the traverse speed will be changed, right? From 0.3 to 0.2. This is how the things are looking like, and we are testing this tank pretty much with pre-buffed version. It's very, very important thing to say. It is how it is, right? Anyways, looking into the stats so far, I mean, DPM is looking poor, but other than that, it looks okay. It looks like the gun handling is very, very similar to 114 SP. At least this is how the things are looking like. Hit points wise, up lower HP than Grilla. Unfortunate speed-wise, 52 kilometers per hour, a bit slower than Grilla, but faster than 114 SP, right? And view range 370 meters, which is a stinker view range. But on the other hand, this tank has pretty decent camo, right? Looking into the stats so far, it looks, let's say, interesting, right? It definitely looks interesting. Now, looking into the gold ammunition 330. For a tank destroyer, you can say whatever you want. For a tank destroyer, 330 hits aren't great, to be completely honest with you. I mean, you can compare that to the Grille. Grille has 334, which is tiny touch more, but not to the humongous margin. Or you can compare it to the Object 268. I mean, look at this thing, 395 millimeters of penetration, right? So yeah, definitely DBV isn't the best penetrating tank destroyer out there. For a first build, I made a decision to go with ventilation rammer and turbo to see how the tank will look like, how it will feel like, can we snipe, can we play aggressively, what overall we can do with this tank, right? And it's about the time to have some fun and to go into the game. Also, quick highlight, before we click the button, that view range is 437 meters without spotting build. So for some folks, spotting build can be definitely the right way to play the game, especially if your gameplay is sitting near the red line, which this tank can be recommended to play this way, right? Anyways, let's see the first game, shall we? Oh, would you look at that? Ensk standard battle. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, how much the turret can rotate from this vehicle? Turret is fully rotatable. That's great news. That's absolutely amazing, and that's absolutely glorious. It's quite slow, to be fair with you, speaking about the turret rotating speed, but hey, that's what we have. Meanwhile, let's see how the accuracy of this vehicle is looking like, right? This is definitely important thing. Bad shot by me, I definitely cannot complain about that, and we are feeling okay, right? We are just gently touching this vehicle and we are trying to figure out how it will feel and how it will look like. Very interesting. The standard penetration 281, so that being said, I do not really think that you will need to spam a lot of gold ammunition with this tank. I think the standard penetration is good enough and big enough to do some good things, right? Which is a good stuff. We definitely cannot complain about this, can we? The reverse speed is kind of debatable, going 15 kilometers per hour, that's nothing too crazy, but that's what we have. And object, hello, 850 in the face. 850 in the face, that actually looks pretty sweet, not gonna lie. The alpha damage of this mother trucking tank definitely feels good, right? Is it the best tank in the world of tanks? I really doubt it. I think that it is, I mean, since it is a paper tank, you know, it is going to be extremely hard to make this mother trucking vehicle work. I can tell you that much. Any mistakes will lead folks to take one for the team. But you know, you can say the same thing for a Grille, and yet still Grille is one of the favorite community tanks out there, right? Also, looking into how this tank feels like, I have a feeling that having rotation mechanism could be a decent idea, just because how stabilization feels on this tank and how fast this tank turns. It's not really fast, is it? So yeah, this is another thing to think about, and we can definitely test it out. We can, let's say, get rid of the ventilation, right, and we can use something else. Meanwhile, I just blocked my ally. I'm so sorry for that, and I got blocked myself. Sorry. That was an intention. I sticked my gun into the Gusor, the tank, and unfortunately, I blocked his shell. And once again, that wasn't intentional, but that's what we have. What can we do? Overall speed of this tank isn't bad. Where the tank moves, you know, just from sector A to sector B, it definitely feels okay. We cannot say that it is the most awful mother trucking tank ever. By the way, speaking about high explosives, 980 high explosive penetration, right? It's or I supposed to say damage. It's definitely not the worst one, that's for sure. 800 in the ass, beautiful. This is what I would love to see, and that's what we are doing. That's great, and now we are going for a base defense, just in case, right? If enemies would capture the base. Very interesting tank. Extremely interesting tank, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. It feels weird, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, fellas. Meanwhile, Mr. Ru is sitting over there. That's okay. He can penetrate me without any problems whatsoever, and we are feeling just fine. It's okay. Doesn't really matter. He's down to fartable at this particular moment, so minus 800 in the face it is. He's trying to escape for obvious reasons, but he's going to fail doing so. Beautiful 400. Excellent. And now we can say hello for Fava and for a waffle. That is a weird tank, fellas. Would I call this tank Grille? Sure, why not? This tank can definitely be called Grille, right? At least in my opinion. That looks very, very, very similar to Grille, fellas. Just fully rotatable turret. Very interesting. Very interesting, fellas, truly. Huh. Would you look at that? We loaded high explosive ammo, we are okay, we are going to eliminate this guy over there, which is good thing for us, right? Huh. Can Grille lovers enjoy this tank? I don't see the point why not, fellas. I do not see the point why not. Very interesting. I am surprised, you know. For me, I am feeling, whenever I'm testing the tanks like this, I feel like a kid in the candy store, you know. I would like to taste Kinder Bueno, I would like to taste the Kinder Surprise, and oh my bananas, Twix. You know, this is how it feels like to me at this point. Very, very, very interesting stuff. I personally look at this mother trucking tank as a Grille brother from other mother, right? And it feels okay. I really like the alpha damage of it. Obviously, where the gun handling goes, it's kind of debatable, you know. I definitely need to highlight this, and I have a feeling that this tank is going to shine very much so with experimental turbo. I truly want to believe that it's going to be shining with experimental turbo, fellas. Anyways, first game, first impressions, first taste of the vehicle. 5 kills, 3.9 thousand damage, actually more likely 4,000 damage, it's okay. We are third by experience, we are third by the damage, we are feeling great, and we got 82,000 profits, although most of the profits are coming from completing the mission. Very interesting, fellas. I'm really tempted to put the I am very tempted to put the experimental mobility, because I think this is a game changer for this tank. I know that not everyone can afford it, but nevertheless, I really want to do that, fellas. I have a feeling that this is going to be a proper way to play with this vehicle. Huh. If you hate paper vehicles, right, if Grille is the tank that makes you scream and you do not enjoy it, I would highly recommend for you not to get this vehicle, because this is Grille-like playthrough. But if it happened to be that you love Grille, you enjoy Grille, this tank can be definitely more your style of the vehicle, right? At least this is how it feels like. And I have a feeling that this turbo will be a game changer overall, how the tank feels like. And look at this, we are having almighty Malinovka. That seems very, very good. Excellent, fellas, very nice. Since this tank has no armor whatsoever, there is no point for us to go on top of the hill. I can tell you that much. Hill isn't an option for us. Hill isn't an option, but what we can do, we can take this position here and we can try to slap the living crap out of the folks who are playing towards the middle or sniping from somewhere in the back and whatnot, right? Let's see. Okay. I can tell you one thing, that the gun driver speed feels a bit better now. Skill, who could expect, by boosting the hill, by boosting the bloody traverse speed, the tank is becoming faster. Who could ever expect that, right? I know, fellas, crazy. Meanwhile, we are sitting very well here. There is no need for us to cry. There is no need for us to complain. We are feeling all right. We know that almighty TVP is sitting in this position over there. We are very, very well aware of that. And to be completely honest with you, it definitely doesn't bother me. We are feeling just fine. If someone would be able to slap the living crap out of... well, if someone would be able to spot the TVP, we can slap him. But for that, we need to be very patient, right? How about this Mr. Fava? What is the chance that he's sitting in this area here? I think there is a big chance for that, but do I want to go for a blind shot? And by the way, this tank is definitely one-shottable by the Fava. We need to keep this in mind as well, right? But the camo of this tank is better than Grille camo is, so that is a positive thing. It's actually a good thing to test how the tank is sniping from the back. This is a perfect test. Before we had the Ensk, whenever we needed to play relatively aggressively, and I definitely wasn't perfect. Now we have an example of, oh my bananas, the game just crashed. Okay, we will come back in a sec. Oh, we are back. Okay, that was an interesting one. The game randomly just simply stopped. Interesting. It's okay. No complaints, no regrets. We are feeling just fine. Okay. I know exactly what we are going to do here. We are going to be aggressive. I feel like being aggressive is the right play. Am I 100% sure about this? No. But, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, why not to make some pressure? We can do this. Okay, so Mr. Fava is sitting in this area, right? We are very, very well aware of that. We know this. Hi. Good. Fava did not expect this. Fava haven't seen that one coming. That's great. You know, there is one bad thing. I said, oh, it would be nice to test out with the sniping capabilities of the tank. Meanwhile, I'm playing in front. The thing is, the main reason why I made the decision to play this way is because enemies has no team. So we need to get involved somehow, you know? That is the main reason why we are doing this. High explosives on. It would be very, very, very nice to slap this gentleman for gazillion of the damage. Although, enemies just has no team. I am kind of disappointed with this, not gonna lie, fellas. Not because of how we played the game, but how the battle went in general. I did not felt like I could be aggressive, and sniping from the back brought us absolutely nothing. But to be fair with you, if I would be playing with a Grille, I think I would have literally the same situation. I see the Leo on the other side, but first of all, I want to slap the living crap out of the Art. I have a feeling he's sitting right there where I pre-aimed. Yes, yib yib hooray. Okay, let's go. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting, fellas. Very interesting. Okay, so Mr. Leo, do I want to load high explosive? I mean, 76 millimeters of the penetration. I could definitely penetrate Leo, but to be completely honest with you, I don't really think it changes anything in this situation. I'm thinking if I would be playing here with a Bobject, I would be playing super aggressively, right? The Bobject play would be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I would not need to overthink this, right? I would go on top of the hill and everything is completely fine. With this tank, since you have no armor, you cannot play that aggressively as you could with something like, I don't even know, the Bobject, Minotauro, Badger, whatever, you know, whenever you can play hold down or something. This is more likely sniper, schnitzel, mother trucker, and catch enemy crossing and award them for 800 damage in the face. Anyways, 1.9 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, 3 kills, horrible game. Not much what we can change about that. We need to be humble and we need to accept our responsibility here. Next. Okay, Murovanka standard battle. Very interesting. By the way, keep this in mind that today we will be playing with this tank a lot on the stream, and most likely tomorrow you are going to get, let's say, 5 games on the extra channel what we crafted today, okay? So keep this in mind, this is a heads up and this is information what we are going to do. Today I will be testing this mother trucking tank to the huge margins and to the huge level. That's the plan, that's the hope, that's the dream, that's what I want to do. Okay, so the first things first, usually there is a gentleman sitting in this bush over there, so we are going for a blind shot just like so. We are getting spotted, that means one of the bot shits is sitting somewhere in this area, at least that's what I would guess. If I need to pinpoint the bush, I would say this is the bush where someone is sitting at, right? Like here in front of us. Let's go for a blind shot just like so, it's okay. We are chilling, we are having a great time and we are enjoying our experience and our journey. We are fine. So, what is the next bit what we want to do? We want to return to the same bush because we are not getting punished, and even though enemies has information from where we are shooting, I don't really think it is relevant, to be fair with you. Going for another blind shot just like so, we are okay. And I'm not getting spotted anymore. You know why? Because whoever was sitting in this bush, he took one for the team and now he's saying, ew, 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 ew. This is how the things are looking like, right? That's great. Great news, fellas. We should have one blind shot. At least that's what I am hoping for. Next. What is the next bit for us? What is the next bit, fellas? There is a big chance that Botchet is sitting in this bush over there. I'm going for a blind shot and unfortunately I'm not hitting him. But I do not really think that it is relevant, to be fair with you. And in the same time, I really doubt that enemy team will be making pressure here anytime soon. That being said, I am going to be relocating completely from here. I am going to be relocating completely. I am joining our key 91. How about that? Meanwhile, Budget with a full hit point sitting here around the corner. I have a bad feeling about this, but I want to do that. Listen, I am making pressure here. My goal is to find the Budget, okay? And my goal is to slap the living crap out of him. That would be absolutely glorious and absolutely amazing. This is what I am looking for. Meanwhile, we have found Budget. We can see his ass and we are slapping him for 1040 in the face. Absolutely insanity. Budget is regretting his life choices. Our Budget is chasing this poor soul down, so we are feeling relatively okay. I really want to keep my camo here, and I do not want to get spotted by him. Plus, on top of that, our next bit will be to say hello for the Mr. Mouse, right? That would be absolutely glorious. Mouse is sitting in the lower part over there, okay. We are aware of that, but can we do something about this? Because, ooh, and not so much, but we have Mr. Grille. Good. Unfortunately, we missed the shot to the Grille, which is kind of sad, to be fair with you. But once again, I believe the tank will feel significantly better after our gaming will fix the dispersion values while turning, right? Because this is how the things are looking like here. This is a weak spot of the tank for sure. Meanwhile, AMX is going through the middle of the field. This is exactly what I want to see. That's good. Unfortunately, I am spotted, but to be completely honest with you, I do not really think that it is relevant information. We are making a bit of pressure like this. We are slapping him for 800 in the ass. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is a weird tank, fellas. Weird in not the best way, but not the worst way either. You know what I mean? It feels like a weird tank. I think with a bit of practice, I am going to be liking the tank, right? Although, I cannot say that everything is perfect with this vehicle, because it isn't. We need to really keep in mind that, fellas, this tank isn't the finest, same like Grille, you know? In many situations, in many points, Grille of not having the armor is game changer, right? So this tank doesn't have armor either, so being super aggressive with this mother trucking tank is going to be very difficult, that's for sure, but it can be nevertheless pretty fun as well. Very weird. I am kind of sad that I am not getting that, you know, super duper even 5,000 damage. I'm just simply not getting this. But in the same time, for my first impressions, I think it is important to showcase how the tank actually is, right? I think that is super important, fellas. Very important. 4,000 damage, 500 assisting damage once again. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten the games where we definitely need to defend ourselves because our team is melting. All games easy victories. Victory. Well, apart the Ensk game, but Ensk game was kind of my responsibility and my fault. I kind of like it, even though I do not have the best score. Huh. Weird. Anyways, 4,000 damage, 500 assisting damage, 3 kills, first by experience, second by the damage, and we got 5,000 minus. That's understandable. So far, our performance after 3 games is only 3.3 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, but this is definitely below average score for me, that's a fact. Okay. Airfield standard battle, definitely not the map I would be super excited for, and I would say, oh my bananas, what a beautiful, beautiful map. Nah, not the case. Also, after I will play significantly more today, I will be rating this tank in the index page, and I think it will end up somewhere in 4 stars. It may be 4 stars, it may be 4.5, it may be 3.5, and I can tell you that I am instantly comparing this vehicle against 114 SP, and I'm comparing this tank against the Grille. I think those are the most similar tanks to this vehicle, if that makes sense. Okay, beautiful. 800 in the face, very nice, very nice. Meanwhile, EBR, not a big surprise, we are feeling kind of fine with this, we are okay. Now, I'm aware of that Arta can slap the living crap out of me. Trust me, I get it. Trust me, I get it, I am very well aware of that. Let's try to go for a blind shot. What Arta? What Arta? What Arta, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? There is no Arta. Beautiful. Okay, Arta is eliminated from the game, so now we can kind of enjoy ourselves and we can have a bit better time. Meanwhile, there is Grille in the open field. We are slapping him here, and oh, another Grille and Leopard sniping from the back. That's absolutely awesome. I cannot complain about this because now we know where enemies are, and I know that this play from our side was very risky, you know? I am definitely very well aware of that. Meanwhile, speaking about the risky, let's try to go for a blind shot like this. It is not a hit, that's a fact. But we are okay. We know that Leo should be sitting a bit more to the right side. Meanwhile, we are aware about this EBR sitting in this area. We are okay. A bit greedy play from my side, not gonna lie, fellas. A bit of the greedy play. Okay, light tank is sitting in this area. Luckily, we are not getting spotted by this gentleman. That's good. Now we are trying to aim properly. We are trying to blind fire the Leopard 1 sniper schnitzel. With this tank you can snipe and you can be relatively aggressive as well. At least this is how I look into this vehicle, right? Why would I say you can be relatively aggressive? I mean, who would stop me playing in this position where I am playing at the moment? No one would, right? I'm feeling just great and I am enjoying myself. Very interesting tank. Very interesting tank. Meanwhile, EBR... Excellent shot to the ABR, 700 in the face. We pre-aimed properly, we were waiting for him, and we slapped him. Beautiful. Now, Leopard is making quite a bit of pressure right there. So what we need to do, we need to prepare for this gentleman peeking just like so. I think it is a matter of the time, but in the same time, I am not in the best position for myself, and in the same time, I can definitely be spotted here. Yep, that's to be expected. Meanwhile, Bachet is sitting in the middle of the nowhere. He is dead. Excellent, very, very good. And now we are sitting very badly because light tank went for me. Yeah, hard, very hard tank to play with. I mean, I must admit I am not playing very well with it, right? I must admit that I am playing too aggressively with this tank, and this is my problem, not a tank problem. It's hard tank to make it work, at least so far, right? It's okay. Meanwhile, let's teleport to the end of this game and one more battle. I'm very, very curious. I'm enjoying playing with this tank. Once again, I feel like a kid in the candy store. Right? Let's see the score. Okay, we are back. 3.1 thousand damage, 200 assisting damage. Yeah, struggle, but I like this struggle. Very interesting. So far, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, not ideal performance. 3.2 thousand damage, 200 assisting damage, definitely far away from being ideal, but I am enjoying exploration and I think you are enjoying it as well. Once again, today we will play a lot with this tank, I can tell you that much. Okay, last but not least, Fisherman's base standard battle. Let's try to get 5,000, that's all I want. I want 5,000, is it too much to ask? So, what is the goal? We are going towards the mid instantly. We are going towards the middle instantly, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Can we get some use? And the speed of this tank also feels pretty good. With a bit of practice, fellas, I think it's going to be very much alright. With a bit of practice. I don't need too much, just a little bit. Beautiful 850 in the face. Very, very nice. I like it. Good. Now, when one light tank is done, that's great. We have other light tanks sitting over there, which is going to be a bit of the pain in the butt. At least that's what I want to believe. Huh. What is the proper play over there? What is the proper play? This position is for one tank, though. It is very, very, very risky thing. It is very risky thing. Risky business, fellas. Meanwhile, oh, beautiful 850 in the face. Ooh. Ooh, couple of shots. We are sitting on 1.6 thousand damage and 1,000 tracking damage as well. That's good. Yeah, I like it. Unfortunately, not a penetration to almighty Jack Pizda, which is kind of sad thing, but I don't really think I can do something about that. Mr. Fosh B sitting here in the back. Ooh. Yeah, I'm risking for the biscuit. Good. I am a lucky bastard. To be fair with you, I should have taken 1,000 for the team, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. I am feeling great. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. How about this Monty? Will he spot something for us? Lion, maybe. And there is a chance he will peek. Bad angle and bad shot by me. I definitely cannot complain about that. I knew exactly what I was doing, so let it be. STB took one for the team. A bit of the impatient play by the gentleman, but that's okay. Listen, what I want to see in this situation, I want to see this light tank sitting in this area, right? You know that, and I know that that light tank is sitting here. Now the question is, can someone outspot him? Can someone outspot this light tank? This is the question. Any mistakes? Come on. Make a mistake. Make a mistake. Okay. Excellent. 800 in the face. And another tracking damage. Yeah, with a bit of practice, I will be golden with this tank. It's okay. You know what? One more thing to say, that assembly store tanks are usually good ones. I cannot say that assembly store tanks are disgusting, you know, or you are getting absolute pile of poo-poo. It's not the case. Most, if not all, of assembly store tanks are alright. This one isn't going to be an exception, and I would say this tank is going to be just fine as well. I would say this vehicle is going to be just fine as well. Definitely not a bad tank. I should have fired heat towards this almighty Jack Pizda, but it's okay. I got what I deserved. I cannot complain about this. Also, what we need to keep in mind, we have a beautiful lower plate over there. Let's take our time. 860 in the face, beautiful. Yeah, this is the game which I really wanted to get, fellas. This is literally the battle I was looking for. Whenever the game is relatively equal, well, we are even losing this battle, right? This is what we need. This is what we needed for a full happiness, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we needed for a full happiness. Our team is weaker than enemy team, so we can start farming here. Excellent. Come on. Make a mistake, Mr. Vickers. I could go for a blind shot. The question is, do I want to? I know that double Jack Pizda is looking towards me. I am very, very well aware of that. I am very well aware of that. Hi. I like it. I like it, fellas. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Okay, now we need to deal with the lion. We need to slap the living crap out of the lion. After that, we can play the game. That's what we need to do. Now the question is this gentleman sitting somewhere over there or not? He definitely relocated. Arta should be sitting right here. And let's go like this. Definitely a missed shot, it's okay. Not a big surprise, not the first time, not the last time. Can opener, good. Arta is relocating, that's amazing. Arta is dead, excellent. Can opener, down to the fartable. Okay, we are moving for a can opener here. Good, 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 good. That's all we need for a full happiness, right? How are you doing, kind sir? Okay. He will go for a double, I can see that instantly. Excellent, very, very good, very good, very good. And Ude should be able to eliminate him from the game, right? Good, Ude should be able to slap him, excellent. Okay, so, what do we want to do now? We understand that enemies has double Jack Panzer. We get it. We get it. You know what? It doesn't change anything. We are going into the middle. We are going to the middle. I think this is a proper play. So far, everything is ideal. We are definitely fine. All we want to do, we want to catch this Foch B. That would be absolutely glorious, right? That would be good. Almighty Jack Pizda sitting over there, fine. Not a big surprise. I kind of want to load heat for a very first time. 330 penetration should be enough. Good. Good. Very good. As you can see, fellas, we can make this tank work, but practice is making you golden, you know? Practice is making you perfect. That's all we need for a full happiness. Good. Wow, what a crazy clicker. What a crazy clicker, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Yopter, right? Our guy is going ham. Our guy is definitely going ham, isn't he? Okay, what is the next play for us? We know that Fosh B and Jack Pizda was sitting here, but I would not act surprised that they are just simply making pressure here. I definitely wouldn't act surprised if it is the case. So, that being said, I'm going to be sitting here in the bush. While our Udes is trying to hunt the T91, or sorry, T92-MT, we are just sitting in this position and we are just simply waiting. Okay, Arta is going to get slapped, that is okay, we are very well aware of that, and we have Fosh. Okay, that's better. Now, what we want to do, we want to pre-aim properly. Good, Fosh is dead, excellent. So now we need to slap the Arta, right? Now we need to slap the Arta. Do we have a good enough angle? He relocated somewhere over there. He's sitting here. He's sitting right there. If I need to bet exactly which position he is in, I'm aiming now. I'm aiming to exactly right position. Let's see, am I correct or am I wrong? Am I correct or am I wrong? He's trying to escape. Good. Good, good. Now, almighty Jack Pizda, how are you doing this fine day? Now, this is the moment whenever we need to figure out how we are going to approach him and how we are going to slap him. There is nothing to slap, he is sitting in a bad position right there, that's excellent, beautiful shot into the side, 7,000 damage, that's amazing. And for a full happiness, all we need, fellas, we need to find a decent enough angle, and we are going to be okay. That's all we need for a full happiness, fellas. That's all we need for a full happiness. He's sitting right here. Let's load the gold and we can ping for our guy. He's sitting over there. I could even go for a blind shot with all honesty. And you know what? I will. How about that? I will. I do not really have anything to lose here. Good, good, good. We are just letting our guy know that he's sitting right there. It's okay. And now we are ready to go. Whenever our Udes will spot him, we are eliminating him from the game. Simple as this. This mother trucking tank has a potential. This mother trucking tank has a potential, fellas. As you can see, this game was, you know, it wasn't clear which team is winning. Our team is winning, enemy team is winning. What is happening over there, right? It was more equal, let's put that in this way. And this tank just carried the game. Beautiful vehicle. You need to know what you are doing, but other than that, it's pretty beautiful. Anyways, looking to this tank, 7.1, or I supposed to say looking to this game, 7.1 thousand damage, 2.2 thousand assisting damage, 3 kills, second class, high caliber, Confederate medal, beautiful performance. I'm feeling very good with this, and 4,000 profits, which is very good. Which is very good, fellas. I am happy with this. Meanwhile, I have no bloody clue what he said, but I hope he said have a lovely day. Beautiful, fellas. Very nice. So, our performance here was 4,000 average damage and 600 assisting damage and 100% victory rate. So, 5 victories in a row. Fellas, all I can say, hip hip hooray. Beautiful, beautiful. Once again, with a bit of practice, we are going to make it work, and I can promise you that you are going to see significantly more of this tank in tomorrow's extra YouTube video. And for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the test ride together with me. I hope you enjoyed watching me figuring out the things, how the acceleration looks like, how the gun handling looks like, and the stuff. It was fun, honestly. Anyways, love you all. See you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.